I hope you're going to enjoy these 2 films that we are going to watch from local documentary producers, and you can actually engage us and tell us how you relate to those stories. How do these stories affect you? We need to change the stories we tell. So ourselves as people who can do great things, so that we can tap into them.
And the crowd getting excited. There's Mr. Mandela, Mr. Nelson Mandela, a free man taking his first steps into a new South Africa. Mrs. Winnie Mandela next to him, waving to the crowds. Hand in hand, they leave the Victor Verster prison, walking strongly, step by step, further into freedom.
Before we go to have coffee or tea, I just wanted us to sort of like have an engagement as to what you took from the film and what it means to you, because for me the film is still that we still have a lot of work to do as a people. That's what the film is saying to me.
The TRC matter, I think it was a good initiative, because if without it, maybe we could have a bloodshed more than what we had before '94. Those Inkatha people fighting, we had that. So I think that it had a major role in stopping the bloodshed, because we black people, I believe, we still have that anger, but by that time it was more furious than it is now. So, and then my other comment was that, anyways, the essay that we live in is not the fully the one that you were promised. Yes, some of the things we're getting them, but not all of them. Yeah, we were given freedom, but this freedom it's limited. It's very limited. That's why crime is so high, because other things we are not getting them, so we're taking them by force, or they are taking them by force.
We've been preaching for so long. What are you doing to establish change so much? Instead of it's cooling all day. What are you doing? Understand? So when on your side you have to do something before complain, okay, this and this. No, you tried.
The very same people who said they will liberate us, actually they didn't liberate us. They liberated the very same oppressors who oppressed us. Another way, protect the interests of those people. They can't even,
because they are benefiting.
Even though on that process at TRC, it was not so fair, because it didn't even get the actual amount of people.
If you base your freedom on material gains, you're still gonna suffer. You still have a long way to go. So make sure you free your mind so that you can feel and see the freedom externally. Because until we learn it within you. Thank you.
I can see Polero says a little it's a screening. Sa company ya rona re bitsa extension-led media. Extension-led media ke company a very prominent mo Merafong, and company e founded mo Kokosi. I found a Kutsong guy, and it was founded by an idea Yamajida Analekelelo ba batla change the space sa art mo Fojuli. This has become a space. Change a mindset based upon a simple fact that this place has offered Wi-Fi over Nimba School. It has offered so much, to such an extent that hona le batho ba thotseng span ka yona the very same Wi-Fi. So this place we need to change ngondo ele ya batho ba bang ya hore era wa bolayana kwetswa batho ba rata ba bua tseo fela but tsentle le tsona diteng.
Sa tlwaele tshelanze le ke tsheu yana ga nnete ha tlwaele ha o buela jalo ke di tsena ha o bona o ya kae fela wa bona ke mo koti fela o ya tana o ya pele o tsamaya.
But I felt like we motivated, you know, gents, reblong mukas, you know, 1 year, and donate part of mukas, some who cannot go to drugsing, abona, motomo, I can't go to drugsing, and I'm abona, but still, I'm about to try it. Scouting bua ergo mining maybe into salary entrance ya motho maybe kala go 11 12,000 14,000 wabo ukolta na mense bale 7,000 bale wakolta 3,000 okay na go mining club okay na kadi call clear because now seba o donza zaga ke rudumetse akero ba ka sponsor go mining no was taught sponsor go mining Sibanye or whatever Harmony, whatever company eu kashanyere okay mona bo da baratangile ro ganish wabo ro ganish amfitu renka 3,000 bale batlonka 4,000 still onzo shota ka mashana wabo
mine yeah like I've been like 5 years together so what yeah until like get retrench like mine gona like ukwetso yeah ke tlo khutlela go that thing ile ya gore like mo ka senya gona go ipona fela like o spana mine is like an achievement the hot man yeah kana le kelele gore like no sona they will be like a gona di spane tse dintse re tlo di sheba mpa ya ka se ya rona ke ka se esha but no sona I go shibin to a1 like ke batla go ya go riding ya gona le that thing e leng gore ya mpula mind mo ga matsosantsa go go teng like gona le those people ba inaganetse go okay like no bona rena le power but power ya bone a ba influence like mo rona mo ba tshi gore like re ka fetsa ya unemployment mo gas wa bona like no sona a o fetsa sgela o iplela gore I let gore at least connection nyana ko mining anga kena raso okay like okay connection o tlo ithola but after wena o tlo khutlisa eng o se o spa wa bona like no sona ka sheba no sona di drugs di phile matla recently no sona re ne se re lla ka mense ba di thuna a o tswa go tuntla le pono tlhagelle wena ko mining ka mo past 2 se o bula gate mo shebo go ke ma a bona hot man like go developa something e leng gore e tlo go tswela mosola bona re paya ya just imagine proof da so go number 4 re transitse re le 4,600 and something wa bona re paya hot man like le jikela gape re tlo increase more mo gas
ke kene sekela poa ka feditse sekela qetile bo ke iputsa dipotso since wela bua gore sekela di atentse no re ke nga gone di fitlhella bo lo re ke no since no gona re le ke solution e tlo banteng phela no one thing go sekela bana ba etsang history ke kenye bona yane ntho ba ba rutang yone ba ba ruto re mmuso di so bata ba ka di babo right now ga phela re tlo no e tlo ba la Mandela re tlo celebrate Mandela. What about our the leaders tse no re ke ndi veile like go Steve Bantu Biko a re celebrate go Chekuva a re celebrate those guys babo
go tlhoka ke taba e nngwe ya especially employment that ke main issue e loring gantsi ke a lela especially a ke lebella on the youth because of hona le strategies e loring gantsi batho ba palelwa go kra mmereko ka lebaka la ntho tsa gore mmereko wa rekisiwa on behalf of ntho eo ke loring sometimes e rekiswa ke makhanselara because of you are doing something e loring ha re tsebe rona rona le batho ba nkang qeto re so fitlhelle go yona most of time ke ntho e loring e re kopanya re le community re bona ka re community ya rona ha ona tswello pele ka lebaka la gore ha ona batho ba lore ba gatella dilo tse lore di tla ka solution mo community. One of things tse lore nna ke nagana gore maybe e ka ba solution sometimes re tse re bua ka di mine bona le ntho engwe ke ratang for di mine most of time mo di mine go na le ntho ba bitsang ke di cluster di cluster meaning that di mine hona le dilo tse ding a kere this guys ba na le di mine mo di landing tsa rona re le batho ba batho re golela re tswalwa mo ntho engwe le ngwe ke amo everything eloring e tla mo rona we have to benefit sometimes mo yona most of time and le ntho eloring di cluster di teng di cluster mare mo ha ona motho di sala morao di cluster di thusa too much if like gona le di cluster di mining gona le dilo tse ba di ntshang to community tse ba di tlisa mo di community sometimes they ba gazata ka dilo tse tshwanang le bo dilo tse ka fuwang bagolo sometimes ba gazata ka dilo tse loreng ba ka nna ba di fa batjha sometimes hona le dilo tse ba di ntshang ke di scholarship and most of time wa hirwa go mining o sena experience ka mpona le one experience other people they need experience how lo ya go postung e ba intitseng mara hona le batho ba reka mining ba senang experience mo mining why bana le ba sena experience because ba reka mmereko and hona le ntho e bitsang ke skill development tshwantse se beteng ntho for youth ya rona why go avoid dilo tse dintse gore batho ba feletse ba etsa ntho tse le reng a di sha ba feletse ba tsuba dinyaope ba feletse ka gore a bana mebereko a ba etse ka bo mo batho ba is because of tlala e ba betha mo baleng gore ba feletse ba entse ntho ba tse ba di etsa
ba fethu ke a utlwa la di bua ba fethu la bua gore le bua ka thotse ka ofela wa bona la bua ba re go le ntho e one fela exactly ke sa fetsa already brother missing or affiliate ke o but go le ntho e one fela e one ba bona es na fela ke kopa like as much a re etse and that is agenda ba fethu wa bona and la tseba ntho ke bua ka yone every day after this someone of us can do it. I'm talking about gender ke bua ka males ba fethu re tsa ntho tse dingwe abuse sometimes emotional financial or physical but as rona ma chance this thing ya bo medem you shall feel like one at least to fit the mare message you can fit next time rebe so le bo medem because of some of us here we are afraid to talk. You've been abused or you are abuser, you don't even feel like to confide out to another brother. Hey, my brother, can I do this 1, 2, 3? Yes, instead your brother, I want to say. Let's be like equal rights is not this thing I say it's a Western. This people, it's not like a man that is staying. This original of this is too deep, it's too deep to raise up your head. It's too deep.
Chimurenga. Because when you don't have land, you don't have a home.
Chimurenga na le article mo or ke tsa ga
Chimurenga ke publication so ke di contributors batho ba baya ba ngwetse da.
What is this all about? It's all about storytelling. So all writing actually, and I saw books there that are great. I saw something he's a photographer, one of the greatest photographers in South Africa apparently. I don't know, I'm not familiar too much with his, with his legacy, but I have sort of like done a bit of research on him, and I noticed that he is probably, actually, arguably one of the most, incredible photographers according to the photography and videography community. I'm not really versed in that one, but then essentially all of this is all about storytelling in one sense, storytelling in terms of capturing, retaining, storytelling in sort of imagination. That's what MCs do.
And this is, I think this is one of my greatest works outside of Span, doing things on my own. And then it's mostly, I think, this was an exercise in self-sufficiency. This was also an exercise in making stories accessible. Stories are not far from us. We always like thinking that for what's something to we've got things that are here that have universal themes that resonate with everyone else on top. So this was like the biggest exercise I was trying to get out of doing this, was working on something in my little corner of the world where I hoped it espoused something that the rest of the world can. Bram Fischer is the lawyer who represented Mandela on the treason trial. So even the naming of the place as Bram Fischer was done by the ANC government post 1994. But as we like, when you look at it as a bull construct, it seems like, for less of a better example, it's a concentration camp of sorts. But now when you find out that this is made by our own, it could be different manufacturer, but still for the same purpose. I understand it, because Bram Fischer in its entire thing, then I was surprised actually reading up on Bram Fischer's history, right? The individual, not the place. Bram Fischer's the place was established as an RDP settlement. So no Madisan Udulaboma Middleland Zone 10 and then when the government has built houses, you then get relocated from your mother's house to your own house or in the RDP settlement, right? Okay. 2 weeks back, nearly Knoxman at least. I want gaming and dice. And what fascinated me about him, when I used to live with Bram Fischer, is one of the boys who used to chill with me and would talk and whatnot. And despite everything else he was very intelligent, and he had a very different perspective from everybody else we were sitting with when he spoke one time. So you could see he's very intelligent in his own way. That's what even interested me to interview him and find out what he thought about various subjects. And all in all, me shooting him was to show for everyone, we were different people to different people.
Abantu la Bram Fischer bangazi ngamagama amaningi yabo, bangazi ngolewa, abanye bangazi ngojishisa, abanye bangazi ngovishisa, abanye bangazi ngochichi. Chichi yasekrend yabo.
It's easy to resign people to certain stereotypes when you hear about them. So how come Bram Fischer, it's easy to just think, but when you actually get to talk to people as individuals, you see that they're all different as individuals, that they don't have like the same custom perspective on different things. So who will tell you different things. So more than anything else, the only thing about Bramfish that is prominent is the setting, but the story is about the people in Bramfish, the individuals in Bramfish. So if you notice at the beginning, the title is chapter 2. So all in all, it was 4 chapters of story, and I mean the rest will say that I finished the first 2, but when I had to do the last 2, I succumbed to the same thing of and people are not watching, and it's not even engaging people the way I wanted it to, you know. But it was just a story about 4 different people from Bramfisher who hold different perspectives on things that are universal to all of us, you know, love, friendships, family, and all that jazz.